In a game full of grace and skill, sometimes even the best players can't escape moments of sheer embarrassment. Well, the playground is all set from shocking own goals to epic blunders. And guess what? These epic fails remind us that even legends have their off days on the pitch. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will explore the flashes of brilliance that captivate us from those cringe-worthy moments that leave us shaking our heads. So let's get started. 1. Diana Ross misses a penalty. At the time of the 1994 World Cup, the world was buzzing with anticipation. It was a time of excitement and anticipation. During all the glitz and glamour, one name stood out among the lineup of stars, the one and only Diana Ross. She was about to showcase her skills on the football pitch. Right there, Ross took her shot. She was in the hope to send the ball flying into the net, but the unimaginable happened to her. Her attempt turned wildly off course, missing the goal by a mile. For a moment, time stood still. 2. Goron Ruble own goal. Imagine your own goals are a common source of both amusement and agony in football. In Ruble's case, it must have been a mixture of disbelief and sheer bad luck that led to that own goal. Here the moment is unfolded. In a moment of misfortune, the ball found its way to Goron Ruble, who happened to be a defender for Hajduk Split. It could have been a cross ball or a deflection from another player, but regardless of how it happened, Ruble found himself in a precarious situation. Perhaps under pressure from the opposition or caught off guard, Ruble attempted to deal with the situation. However, instead of executing a successful clearance, he unfortunately miscalculated his touch. It resulted in the ball deflecting off him and heading straight into his own team's net. It's never easy to score an own goal, but doing it in a game against your team's archenemy can feel like salt being rubbed into the wound. 3. Fahad Chan open goal. Fahad Chan is a rising star in the football world, known for one of the most unforgettable blunders in recent history. It was during the 2010 Asian Games. At that time, he was just 19 years old. Unfortunately, he had a moment that would haunt him for years to come. During his game, all he had to do was tap the ball into the net inches away, with no defenders in sight. But guess what? He somehow managed to miss it. I mean, talk about an epic failure. Sadly, his team ended up with him. After that incident, he hasn't made another appearance for his national team. 4. James Rodriguez's goal celebration that included a gigantic bug. It was late in the game when Colombia was trailing. Suddenly, a penalty was awarded to Colombia and James Rodriguez stepped up to take it. But here's where the things took an unexpected turn. Despite Tomei's focus on the game, he tried to shake off the bug. On the other side, the crowd erupted in laughter and amazement. It was one of those unpredictable moments that make football so entertaining. 5. Peter Engelman howler. Peter faced one particular incident that stands out from the Premier League. It's a memorable one. At that time, Peter is right in the middle of a game. You see, he was doing his thing as the goalkeeper, but then out of nowhere, he misjudges a harmless back pass. And guess what happens? The ball rolls right into the back of his net. Talk about a major blunder. 6. Italy versus North Korea, David versus Goliath. The match of the World Cup 1966 is certainly one that makes history as a whole. It is held between Italy and North Korea. And guess what? It's often considered one of the most embarrassing defeats for Italy as a nation that has ever suffered in a World Cup scenario. Sad, right? However, the game has started and it took a momentous turn. And then Italy faced an upset and ended up losing to North Korea. First, the match started with Italy dominating possession and created several scoring opportunities. But in the 42nd minute, against the run of play, North Korea's player scored a stunning goal, putting his team ahead 1-0. This unexpected turn of events shocked both the Italian team and the spectators. As the match progressed, Italy became increasingly frustrated and disorganized. Despite their efforts, they were unable to find a way for their defense. Then, the match ended with a final score of 1-0 in favor of North Korea. Guys, it was unexpected. 7. Jonathan Soriano skies a penalty. It's quite surprising when a penalty is missed so badly that the ball goes flying far over the camera. Like in the case of Soriano. During the game, he put so much power behind the shot that it sails over the goal. Of course, it's a testament to Soriano's strength, although it didn't quite work out as planned. Missing a penalty in such a dramatic fashion can be quite embarrassing for a player, but it's important to remember that even the best make mistakes. 8. Jonathan Walters versus Chelsea. This time, Stoke's Jonathan Walters had a very unfortunate day of his life. The incident makes anyone want to bury their face in their hands and then just burst out laughing. You know, scoring one own goal in a match is already quite an unfortunate feat, and it can be incredibly embarrassing for a player. During the match, all the players played to make a goal for their teams. In all the scenarios, don't know, Walter's mind is playing another game inside. At the same time, it makes matters even worse. Walters managed to outdo himself by heading not just one, but 2 crosses into his net during the game against Chelsea. Oh man, what a moment it was! The whole stadium and even the players were just in giggles. Surely it's a very serious misfortune for him. 9. France 2010 and World Cup Disarray. In 2010, France's team had its fair share of embarrassing moments on the world stage. One incident that comes to mind is the 2002 World Cup exit, where they shockingly lost to Senegal. That was a real blow to their reputation. But you know what? As embarrassing as that was, their entire performance at the 2010 World Cup, it was absolute crap. And you know, it provided great entertainment for the rest of the matching world. I mean, it was like a comedy show unfolding right before our eyes, and things only went downhill from there. Once the World Cup started, France failed to win a single game. Can you believe it? They even lost to South Africa, which was a major upset. It's like they forgot how to play football altogether. But the on-field disappointments were just the beginning. The French team's behavior off the field added to the circus. And to top it all off, they even boycotted training. It was like a complete meltdown, and the whole tournament quickly turned into a mockery for the 1998 champions. 10. Gea Transfer Failure due to a faulty fax machine. United were embarrassed on the transfer front in 2018 summer as the long-proposed move of goalkeeper David De Gea to Real Madrid collapsed at the last moment. Plenty of blame was attached to the Spaniards as, after a summer of speculation linking them with the player, they only made their move on deadline day. However, it was revealed later that the delay in paperwork was due to a faulty fax machine at United's corporate office. Plenty of deals get done on deadline day, but it seemed that since United had no time to get a backup goalkeeper, they just could not let their guardian angel in goal go and put the blame on the fax machine. Real Madrid was furious and never pursued the Spanish goalkeeper since then and got Thibaut Courtois as their first choice goalkeeper. Yet neither club came out of the saga well, with United had not been picking De Gea in the preceding weeks. Alright guys, that's all for today. Your invaluable support means a lot to us. If you enjoyed the video, kindly show your appreciation by giving it a thumbs up, spreading the word among your friends, and subscribing to our channel for a steady stream of captivating content. Stay tuned for the most recent content heading your direction.